There are many things that go into making a game. The writing, the gameplay, the music, even the graphics. But what about ropes? Not many developers dare to try to make ropes with actual physics in their games. There's a lot that goes into making a rope as a mechanic. The stretchiness, how it loops around other objects, and if you can jump rope. There's a lot of math that goes into making ropes, and honestly I'm just glad that I don't have to make them. The game that uses ropes the best maybe only uses it 6 times. The Last of Us Part 2 first introduces it as a cable for a generator, and sadly no, you cannot jump rope in this game. But you can wrap the cord around anything the cord can reach. Even when you start using too much of the cable, it starts holding you back from proceeding any further. And small details like sway and whatnot, or when you start getting close to the base and she starts wrapping up the wire, you have a lot of freedom with this mechanic. You can't jump rope, but you can jump from the rope and on the rope. You can even climb it and slide down. There's a lot of platforming that is done with this rope. It's not completely perfect. It starts tweaking out when you start pushing it too far, but it is peak rope physics. But The Last of Us Part 2 couldn't do anything with ropes without firstly testing it out. And that's when the great Uncharted 4 came in. Besides the evolved parkour system, this game does something no other installment in the series did, adding a grappling hook. The grappling hook helps us get across big gaps in platforms. But wait, that's not all. When jumping off the rope, you can descend from the heavens, sucker punching any enemy that's near. Sometimes it even feels like you're homing in on the enemies. When you're on the rope, you can also shoot goons, but it's more like hip firing, so you're loosely shooting on where you want to shoot at. Gotcha. The Mario Odyssey jump rope minigame was a fun little challenge, but apparently too hard for some gamers. To the point where some people had to cheat and do some out of bounds glitch to reach even 100 jumps to complete. Like, come on, Nintendo. Don't you know that some people haven't experienced the joy of being outside and jumping rope? I saw an example from an article I read. From games like 16 years ago, for example, Half-Life 2, the ropes would be like 2 points, and the middle of the rope can be moved just a tiny bit. From this standpoint, we can easily understand the big upgrade that Naughty Dog did with their games. You may have forgotten this game, but Cut the Rope is literally all about ropes. It's at first a simple cut the rope and get the candy to this green demon thing whose name is Omnom, who's also bisexual. The rope is a mechanic that never changes, but the game builds off the simple idea of slashing the rope, whether it be introducing spikes that instantly destroy the candy, whoopee cushions that blow on the candy, or, you know, zero gravity. For some reason, mobile games around this time had a sudden liking for space and included in any game they could. But yeah, these ropes are pretty good.